Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Anytime you eclipse 100 yards rushing, you deserve the acclaim that comes with it, and he got it. AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week.
And wasn't up around 200, wasn't in a crazy...
Yo.
Crazy game, but very good. Solidly in that driver's seat to win that award, and he did.
Yo.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Bell. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now a first down carry by Bell. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Bell. He's got a first down and then some in midfield. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
This is Sony Michel. He grew up a few miles north of here. And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense with like 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down, Michel works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
That's all you got.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Steps away to his left. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That was a pick.
Check, 43. Go.
gun. Trubisky.
Nice.
He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Derek Barnett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now Trubisky. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Yes! On 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Come on, set. AT Gator, General West. Check me out. Shift. Tight dog.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On 1st down, Drake. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Travel. Check 4.
Running, it's Drake. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots 39.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
80 weapon. You ain't doing nothing today. Let's go.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
On the double.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, exit.
Washington now out of the gun. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ready, set.
51. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. They find some open field here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Second and 10. It's Trubisky again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Eric Ebron, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for a score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. The Pats at the line ready to go around. They really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. That's complete. It's Bell. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Looking to throw again on second down. Trubisky being chased out left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Derek Barnett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
3rd and 10.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
He goes to you. Lock in, lock in.
Here's Trubisky. And able to find Graham, complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. A big play there for the Patriots. 35 yards. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
What we got? 52. Alert.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Complete to Dorsett. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
That's it, baby. We go run.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an
things for
interception.
different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst. You don't want it to be a
Too many
syllable word.
syllables.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
18. Big air.
Back to the air. Trubisky after the pick 6. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. It's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Off the play fake. Jamison under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On second down, Washington. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Bravo.
Check 24. Check 24.
Operating from the gun, Jamison. And that is incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Hey, ball.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. A screen to Bell. A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8. And you can bet they're going to lean on him quite a bit, obviously. They did last week. It was over 100 yards. Also, AFC Player of the Week is announced Wednesday.
And until they take that away, I would continue to lean on him. Try and have another award for him, one in this game. But when you look back at last week, and you saw how he was able to find holes in the defense, but it's also the run after the catch. That's what made it impressive.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal? Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. And he's good. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Mitchell Trubisky as the first half is winding down, and the Patriots get a score closer. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, and when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready?
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check 9, check 9.
Off play action. Jamison. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. And it's third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a third and 10.
My 50, my 50. I'm coming.
Yo, fast. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Jamison. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk taken.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. They stay on the ground with Drake. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Protein spill. 5. Go.
Back to throw. Jamison. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Like 50. Not today, you are. Not today. Slam, slam, slam.
Greystone, travel. Under 10, 10. Shoot.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run with Drake. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Let's get it.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
They run from the shotgun with Washington. And an alley to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They run it with Belial. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
I'm coming after you.
Ready?
Off the play fake. Jamison. Hearns brings it in. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Allen Hearns, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Sanders on for the extra point. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check it back.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Check 55, come on.
They go play action with Trubisky. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
They'll go for it with Bell. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jerome Baker. There he goes, left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they open the lead up now to 25. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And fresh off the pick six. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. They'll go again with Bell. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
A gain of 34 yards.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 35-yard line. Back now in Miami. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. He finds Taylor. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Any weapon. Mark 55, Mark 55. Alert, 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 alert. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. X3, 218, chop it up.
They'll run on first down. Bell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
So that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. New England on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Alert, 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 alert. Mike, 55.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon. So apparently, neither guy is immune.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Double tight, double tight. Three down.
2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, high 7.
Looking to throw. Jamison. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On 2nd and 1, Trubisky. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Come on, baby.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
52's the mic. Watch Mike. Watch Mike.
Hey, Delta. Give me that Delta.
Now Trubisky to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he finds Jimmy Graham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Trubisky. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 18 big yards on that one and a New England first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 18 big yards on that one and a New England first down. Now Trubisky on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
180. Check. Alert.
Again, it's Trubisky. Forced out to his left. And he finds his tight end, Graham. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Second and goal from inside the 5. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. From the shotgun is Trubisky to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Let's go.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kenyon Drake with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Pats at the line, ready to go. So this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
One last shot for Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. So the PAT is good. They get the touchdown, the point after, but of little consequence in the ending, as this one's now over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Dolphins,